Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a new Vosteed to show you. So this is the Vombat, and this is their new model with swappable scales. Should be interesting. Let's take a look at it. Oh, we have new packaging. Looks like. Ugh. So you have a nice pouch. And you have the knife. Now, I guess there's no extra scales. They didn't send me any of those. Would have been cool to show the different scales and how you swap them, but I'll just I'll take it apart and show you how the system works anyway. This looks to be a Bowie version of it. It has proud liners, so it's a little thicker than what you normally see from a crossbar lock like this. This is very bug out-ish. That's kind of the knife that started this style of design, I would say. But obviously it's a very generic style, so anybody can do it. So you just have scales that go on top of proud liners. So it's cool that you can swap all the scales around and all that goodness. I'm not the biggest fan of proud liners, and I'd rather it just be a thinner knife and they just have one color that I choose. In my opinion, I'm not a swapper, but I get the idea. I get why they did it. A lot of people do like buying one knife for, I believe these are like $139. And these are in M390, which is very nice. So $139, you get it in M390. I believe these are aluminum scales. You get their crossbar lock, which is solid. The spring in here is good. Feels nice and snappy. I can reverse flick it, thumb flick it. It's a smaller knife. It's not huge. I like that. And then you can buy the scales that are obviously going to be a lot cheaper than buying a new knife. And you can dress up your knife however you want. This clip is interesting. I thought this was like a sticker or something. I think this is like a, they just put a little thing that rides inside of the clip. That's really cool, actually. See that? It's got their logo on it. I'm sure you could push that out if you really wanted to. Well, I'm guessing when you flip the clip or take it off, that probably would come off. We'll find out in a second. I just want to kind of take a walk around the knife first. I like the Bowie blade shape. It has a machine satin finish on the blade. It's got some wild jimping up here. Green thumb studs are interesting. Obviously, you could swap the thumb studs as well. I wonder, we'll check their website. You would think they'd be selling those too, so you can swap it around, or maybe they come with the sets. That looks like a T6 on there, and then you have T8s on 1, 2 screws, and then you have a third one here. I don't know what this hole is in the, what is that? Oh, it's a screw down there. I wonder what that does. Is that just holding the scale on? But obviously, oh, you can't see the pivot. Look at that. You can't see the pivot on here. So is that a pivot screw? That's interesting. I didn't notice that. It is a unique look without the pivot screw there. Huh. I do like how they tapered it here at the end, because when you get into a pinch grip, oh yeah, that feels really good right there. If you get into a grip like this, really comfortable. Or if you put a couple fingers there and one finger up here, that's comfortable. They do have, I believe, a sheepsfoot version of this. I would have preferred that version, but I will say this is a sexy looking blade shape. I do like it better than the sheepsfoot that I saw, but we'll look at that in a second. Very cool. Let's see. I don't have any paper or anything to... Oh, it's really sharp. I mean, this is going to be nice and slicey. It's a flat grind, but I can already tell you it's going to be good. We know Vosteed's quality. I really don't want to go track something down. Oh, here. I have a little Post-it note. I could cut a little bit just to show you. Yeah, very clean. I mean, that doesn't tell you everything because it's just a Post-it note, but gives you an idea. Their quality is always good. Yeah. All right, let's take this thing apart. Let's see how we do that. I'm going to take these off first to see, maybe I don't have to mess with that. I'm guessing that's the pivot screw and it's underneath, so you don't have to. But basically, I think the idea here is you don't have to take the pivot screw out, so you don't have to mess with the knife, essentially. You don't mess with your centering. You don't mess with your lockup or blade play, which there's none here. So it's simple, and for people who don't like to, have to take their whole knife apart, especially with a crossbar lock, which are notoriously difficult, it makes it super easy. So that is pretty cool. All right, so we have a T8 here. I'm going to close the knife, and do I have a T8? Yeah, I have a T8. All right, that one came out. That was like already starting to come out a little bit, I think. If you're curious about, ooh, that one's shorter. If you're curious about this bit driver, this is a Divo product. It is a collaboration with O.Show, Olex. Really cool designer. Has a bearing on the back here. Really nice, like frag jimping pattern there. You can unscrew it in the center, and you get it. You can put another bit down here, and then obviously you have 2 bits if you need to, get at something with a spinning pivot, or you just need 2 drivers for some reason. You have the ability to do that. And then it tightens back down. They're being made by Get Good Screw for us. And there's a magnet in the base, or magnets in the base. There's a magnet in here and here, so that this goes on there nice and sturdy. And it's got a bearing down there. You can actually use this kind of like a spinner if you want. It's easier if you take the bits out, but you get the point. It's very cool. Anyway, those will be coming out soonish. They completed production. We're working on packaging and stuff now. All right, clip screw. Sorry, I only mentioned that because I've been asked a few times when I do these videos with the driver. Preemptive. All right. So, if you look here, you have T8 down here. And this is why they have the proud liners, I guess, so that they can make it where you don't even have to take the pivot apart. Looks like you can swap your springs out without even having to take apart the knife as well. So I would actually, this is a middle setting, I would like to make the detent stronger. The way you want to do that is, it looks like you can actually just drag it. You don't even have to pop it out, but I'm just going to pop it out. So you just pop that spring out there, and then you slide it up. These are nice, strong springs. They chose good springs, so that popped back in there. That's not what I wanted. I want to go in there. There you go. So if you go to the higher setting, that's going to give you a stronger feel. It's not going to feel like a detent ever, but you get what I'm saying. So the closer you move it, the tighter the spring gets. If you move that spring down, it releases tension on it. Obviously, it's going to make it a lighter feel. So just be careful, though, and try to make sure that's pressed all the way in. You don't want it flying out or anything like that. Obviously, here you can adjust the pivot if you wish. So that's cool. We have a couple pins down here. Those are standoffs they're using. Well, they're just pins, actually, but those are helping keep everything in place. Very cool. Another pin here for the stop pin, and that's where that one screw goes. Another screw goes here, and then the clip screw goes down here. Very cool. So that's how you would swap it. We're going to take this off. We're going to swap the clip just to show you guys. So you would take your new scale, right? This is aluminum. You can see all the cuts in there. It's really cool. A little hole there for that screw head. There's a cut for the pivot screw. Very cool. It does make the knife thicker, obviously, but that's just kind of a side effect. Oh, I see. So they did it this way. I thought that was just a tiny screw in there, but that's actually the pivot screw. See that? But they cut that hole. I kind of wish they didn't. honestly. I think they did that so that people could adjust the knife without having to take the scale off. I get that. But I feel like with the swappable scale thing, it'd be really cool if it was just it would be a lot cleaner looking without that hole there. That's my personal opinion. That might not matter to some of you, but I try to be 100% honest. I would like to see that not be there. Maybe there's options without it. I don't know, because it is obviously an easy thing. They could just make some scales without it. Cool thing about this as well is it is naturally ambidextrous. So we're going to take this screw out here, and we're going to flip that over to the other side. So this is your sort of placeholder screw or filler tab type screw, but it's also structural, so you want to have it in there. So that's in there. We got these screws in. Good to go on that side. Now, let's see how the other side comes apart. And we'll take a look at that clip as well. Curious to see what the pivot looks like on this side. Probably the same, just tucked away. Yeah, so no screw head on that side. I would like to see both sides look like this and not have the hole on the one side. I just think it would look cleaner. Again, we can pop this spring up here, and we'll move it up one and push it down. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You have a lot of milling in here. Good weight relief. Not much milling here, but it's, you know, an aluminum scale. This thing weighs nothing. Overall, the knife is a decent weight. It's not like lightweight, but it's not really heavy either. So that's how you would swap scales. You would just put this on. Make sure the longer screw goes into the stop pin slot, and the shorter screw goes down into that mid body screw section right here. Whoops. Looks like steel screws. So you can't anodize those. All right, let's check this out. So it is a little piece that rides in there. Let me see what it's made out of. Does it match the scale, I'm guessing? It's not magnetic, but it could still just be aluminum. Might be titanium, but look, it matches. So I think this is aluminum. Pretty sure anyway. We can double check. So you can see there's little rails on each side. So you would just slot this in, I guess. It's going to be interesting. This might be kind of hard, actually. Maybe not. So what I like to do is put the screw in, but not start threading it or anything, and see if I can slide the wires underneath it, just like that. Press in. Looks like I was able to get was able to get this guy in there too, that wire, and then you can tighten it down. Looks like those are both in there, and this guy is in there as well. Very cool. I actually kind of like that. Let's see how the spring feels now. Woo-hoo-hoo! You know, I said it never feels like a detent, but honestly, this is the closest I think I've ever felt a crossbar lock feel like a detent. Man, that is crisp. Let me try. There's a little fuller here. See if I can flick it. What? I don't think I got my finger in the fuller. I think I'm just... Maybe I did. Look at that. Not perfect, obviously, but you can flick that. But you also have the stud you can flick off of as well. The action is very good. And like I said earlier, there is no blade play. No rock. This is a very solid crossbar lock, guys. Excellent job by Vosteed. Yeah, I'd say in terms of my nitpicks, it really would just be the proud liners. I just don't like proud liners, which makes it a little thicker than I would want. Again, personally, I would just want the knife with whatever color scales I want, and then that would be it for me. But I get the whole concept here, and they're obviously appealing to it, the people who like that kind of stuff. Really good milling on the aluminum. Very grippy. Feels good in the hand. Wire clip obviously is fantastic. I don't know if you guys want me to try it. I will. I'll test a couple here. Might as well, just for schnitz and giggles. Try the tall boy clip, just to see if the Divo cut fits. Nope. Tall boy does not fit. Small boy. I think this might actually have the same. We do kind of have like a large and a small size. Let's see if I can get this out. I think this is going to be the same though. Yeah, it just doesn't pop in there. Just to be safe, I'm going to test the binge because this might be the small one if the small boy doesn't have that. Ah. Alright, that doesn't want to come out. Did I turn it into a tapper? No. Alright. I'm going to leave that alone because I don't feel like prying on my knife right now. Yeah. One more. This is the Stout V2. I don't know if I have a Lynch clip. I'll see, and I can try that as well for you guys. Oh, it's close. Doesn't, well, it almost fits, but it's like their little cutouts are not very deep, where this is a little deeper maybe. I feel like it almost fits. But you also need the screw hole to line up. That's the other thing. Oh, looks like we got it. Let's see. Yeah, see, it's not pulling the clip down. So the clip's still sticking up. So that's a no-go. So none of the ones that I have on hand right now, at least Divo-wise, are going to fit. See if I have anything in here from Lynch. This may not be interesting to some of you, but to some of you I think it will be useful because there's a lot of people who like to swap these clips out. I see a blue one in here. This is just a standard Lynch clip. Now this probably, let's see, this would be the one to fit, I think. Yep. So they did line this up. They matched this for Spyderco. So this is a Spyderco wire clip hole, I should say. Let's see if we can get the screw in though, because it sits pretty deep in there. Yep, got it in. There you go. So you can rock a Lynch clip on here. Rip's Garage Tech milled clips might fit as well. There could be some others, but just wanted to show you guys. All right. I'm going to put this back together, and then I'm going to pull it up on the website to show you what the options are. And then I will get you guys out of here. Oh, let me check one other thing, actually. I happen to have these Divo thumb studs here. Let's see. We need a T6. That was easy. Come on. Where's the brass? See if this works. There we go. I didn't want to damage it. These look similar, so let's see. And they're a little different. That hole might not be big enough. That's what she said. Yeah. So you can't fit it into that. They don't have the right cutout, which is fine. They have their own version. Just wanted to check because, again, people will ask, and I like to get ahead of that stuff so I can just let you know. I'm sure they have their own options. Man, the detent / spring is excellent. Okay. I'll clean that up later. Let me get this on, and then we can check the website. So this is fun. You just got to pinch it. We did this earlier, but I just want to show you. Just got to pinch it like that so that tab stays in there. And then drop that in like that. Slot this in underneath it. Are those in? It's hard to tell. Oh, shit. Make sure you put your T8 back in. All right. There we go. All right. Very nice. That is the Wombat. And here's the website. So, $139. They have a bunch of options. You can see here is a drop point. Oh, maybe it was a drop point, not a sheep's foot. I'm sorry. They do not have a sheep's foot. Apologies. That is the other version. It's a drop point. Looks nice as well. So here's all the colors you can get. So where are the extra? There we go. Add handle scales, kits, save $10 instantly. Okay, cool. So you get all the hardware with it as well. That's good. See if we can just find those. When I clicked on Vombat, it didn't come up with the hardware. So let's see if I search it. There we go. So we have aluminum scales, different patterns. Comes with thumb studs. Hardware, clip screw. Does it come with all of these? Dude. No way. Or does it just come with the matching one? Does it come with all of them? I don't understand. Very confusing. Oh, here we go. What's in the kit? $35. Oh, $29 for this one. Pair of aluminum or pay. Oh, these are Ultim scales. 1 pair of Omega springs, 2 handle screw sets, black and gray, 2 clip screw sets, black and gray, 3 thumb stud sets, black, blue, and gold, 3 clip plates, black, blue, and green. So that is freaking awesome, dude. It comes with all of this. That's impressive. The orange is cool. I'm hitting back. I just want to see. Okay, those are the only options they have right now. Are the blue, the orange, and the pay. And then they have all the ones that obviously you can buy by themselves. They have the file so you can 3D print your own scales. That's awesome. And look, this one doesn't have the hole. See that? There's no hole there. Let's go back and see if these have it. Yeah, these have the hole. Unfortunately. I don't like that hole, but that's what she said. They do have these really sick ones with the copper blade. Oh, man, I love the copper PVD. Look at that. That is sexy. Anyway, guys, $139 and then $29 to $35 for the kits, and it comes with a bunch of different accessories. That is freaking sweet. At least they did it, and then they offered options, right? Because a lot of times you see this stuff and then they don't have anything. And they offer the file for free. So, really good job on this, Vosteed. Got to give you credit. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'll put a link down below. It does help the channel if you use those links, but it is totally up to you if you do. And stay tuned. I think I'm going to be doing a live stream later today giving away 3 Vosteeds. They have their 3rd anniversary going on, and I think it was for the month of June, and it's the last day, so I need to get this live stream up. So I'll be doing that probably for like an hour around 5 o'clock today. So stay tuned for that. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.